Hey, what's good, guys? Raging Jamasian. I want to thank you guys for coming back to my channel, as well as I want to thank you guys for joining me for another news story that I got. So before we get started, if you're new to the channel and you happen to like what you see at the end of this video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and support the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you've seen some of my videos and food reviews in the past and you have not subscribed, I really don't know what you're waiting on. It takes a little tap of the screen of that little subscribe button. Quick and easy, simple. Help your boy out, support the channel. I appreciate it. So tonight, unfortunately, like a lot of the news stories that I have for you guys, this one is particularly messed up in so many ways imaginable. So tonight, we're going to dive into the disgusting crime that was caused by one Jesse L. McFadden out of Henrietta, Oklahoma. So on a Monday, May 1st of this year, 2023, authorities were called to do a welfare check on two teens that were supposed to arrive home from a party the previous night before, Sunday evening. The two girls in question for this welfare check is 14-year-old Ivy Webster and 16-year-old Brittany Brewer. They were both from different families, but obviously they were friends of each other. So these two teens were invited to a sleepover the Saturday before by their friends who were actually stepchildren of Jesse McFadden. Jesse McFadden out of Henrietta, Oklahoma lived with his three stepchildren and his new wife. 35-year-old Holly McFadden, 17-year-old Riley Allen, 15-year-old Michael Mayo, and 13-year-old Tiffany Guess. When the families of the two missing teens alerted authorities for the welfare check, they had stated to authorities that the two teens had been invited to a sleepover at Jesse McFadden's house a couple nights prior. So really quick, let's pause here and give you a little history on this dude, Jesse McFadden. In 2003, Jesse McFadden was convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison for rape. In 2003, Crystal Strong was only 16 years old when he raped her. Again, he was ultimately sentenced to 20 years, but only served 17 years until his release in 2020. In 2017, while this stupid motherfucker was still locked up, he was ultimately accused of sexting a girl in 2017. And it's just crazy to me how nowadays people get cell phones in jail, they get drugs in jail. I mean, shit to get in jail, which is considered contraband, is a piece of cake to get nowadays. It's nothing. Drone drops, all that bullshit. It's crazy how much shit can get snuck into jails. So the very next month after his release, a warrant was issued for the sexting incident that happened when he was in prison in 2017. Tell me why in the shit they decided to pursue said crime 3 years after he committed that crime while he was locked up. Why not do it immediately when he was already in jail? I can only assume that in their heads they were like, hey, let's wait until this fool gets out and then we can pursue some other shit. And that's cool with me if that was their mentality. Again, I'm cool with it, but he's already locked up, he's sexting a minor, and then they wait for him to be released to pursue this shit? I mean, I don't get it, but if that is the situation, cool, lock his ass up again. Give him hope that he was out just to go back in. That's gotta be the only reason why they waited. So ultimately, he was locked up again for that charge, but then he posted a $25,000 bond and was released on November 19th of 2020. With that being said, this dude has been free since 2020. We're in 2023. So the trial for the sexting kept getting pushed back and back and back all the way up until Monday, May 1st of 2023. Monday. If you recall at the beginning of the video, the welfare check occurred on Monday, May 1st of 2023. The same day that he was set for trial. This is where the shit gets real twisted. That was his court date. About to start the process of you getting your bitch ass locked up yet again. Alright, so enough about this fuckhead. Let's get to it. So continuing on, when the police arrived at McFadden's residence, they found 7 bodies on the property, dead. 1 including McFadden. So let's have a little moment of silence while I put up the pictures of the victims. And now let's throw up a picture of the piece of shit who took the lives of these innocent victims. Here's your certified bitch-ass coward right here. Authorities state that the scene appeared to be staged, stating that these bodies were moved after the killings. It also appeared that all victims were shot in the head by a gun that was purchased by McFadden's new wife in 2022. The bodies of Holly, his wife, and 2 of her children were found outside on the property. The bodies of Ivy and Brittany, who were the 2 friends that were invited to a sleepover, were found shot and killed next to one of the stepchildren, Riley, but it appears that their bodies were spread about 150 yards apart. It's a big property, so, I mean, I don't know what his motive was, but apparently he kind of spread them all apart after he executed them. I was going to do some research, but in all reality, who gives a fuck where Jesse McFadden was found? The only thing that comes good out of this is that he was found dead. Not really, because he went out the bitch way. Either way, he was found dead. Fucking coward. Setting that fool on fire would have added to the satisfaction, but it's not going to bring back the 6 innocent victims that he killed. So upon searching the home, reports state that authorities left behind crucial evidence that could have helped convicted other pedophiles. Not just him, but other shit that linked to other pedophiles. So the families of the victims were offered to go in and gather belongings that were left inside the home by the homeowner of the house that McFadden was renting. When they entered the home, these are the things that were left behind by authorities. Computers, cell phones, restraints, drugs, drug paraphernalia, and sex toys. Goddamn, do your fucking job. Why leave all that shit behind? So the house has been labeled yet another house of horrors. Just like Ariel Castro, just like the Turpin family, another house with some messed up shit that's going on the inside that we don't know about until it's too goddamn late. So now the families of the victims are demanding answers on why all that shit was left behind. During a press conference, Police Chief Joe Prentice stated that there was no evidence showing a motive. So that means you just leave a bunch of random shit behind from some dude who is a pedophile, a known pedophile, and then murders 6 people and then himself. It's just like, hey, there's no evidence for a motive, so let's just leave all this bullshit in the house. Come on, man. All right, guys, so here's my take on this shit. First off, we all know that this fool is sick. Sick as I mean, truly screwed up in that brain of his. He knew he had a court date. He knew ultimately he was going to get locked up again. So this fool had all this shit planned. He had it all planned up here. I really don't want to be too graphic, but I know that this dude in his head knew that he was going to get locked up yet again for the same bullshit that he obviously can't control or get rid of. So he wanted to go balls out. Jesse McFadden wanted to go out with a bang for sure. A finale, if you would. A sick fucking finale. My apologies for being brutally honest, but the way that I feel is that this dude was so horny that he was gonna go after some young girls, get his rocks off, and just end it all. Just not face the fucking facts like a coward, like all these cowards do. Court date the very next day, 2 new underage girls at his house. Fucking sick. And unfortunately, guys, to confirm my theory, autopsy reports show that Ivy and Brittany had blunt force trauma to the pelvic area. That's fucked up. He decided that he was gonna go all out, and sure enough, he did. Took lives, took his own life, wrecked a community over his sick sexual urges for underage girls. And if you guys follow me on my channel, you guys already know that I have 2 girls. One of them is an adult, one of them is about to be an adult. But from day one, man, that the crazy shit. I mean, when you have 2 females, I don't mean to be sexist, but it's the real. The real is the real. Your kids, your daughters. You think of some shit that you never want to happen to them, and you hope it never happens to them. And then you got some sick fuck like this that really does some shit like that, and it makes you wonder. It makes you worried when your kids are out and about. It makes you worried when your kids are at a party. It makes you worried when your kids are around strangers, because you never know what's going on up here. So with that being said, guys, thank you again for joining me for another news story. I know it's disturbing. I know it's some messed up shit to listen to, but these are the facts. This is the world that we live in. I sound like a broken goddamn record, but keep your head on the swivel, because this shit happens on a daily basis. I thought my generation back in the day was naive, so laid back, because things were a lot different back in the day. Nowadays, you can be walking around Walmart and end up getting kidnapped, end up getting caught in a shootout. It's just fucking ridiculous out there. As disturbing as this story was, if you guys find it interesting and you guys are informed and you guys like what you have heard and you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you guys have subscribed and have not hit that notification bell, tap that notification bell. That way, every time that I upload a story on some news or some food reviews, you guys will get an alert. You guys can check me out right away. I do appreciate that shit. Also, if you guys have any questions or any comments about the story that you guys just heard, go ahead and drop a comment. Go ahead and start the conversation. If you guys have certain opinions about the story, I'm always open to start a conversation and hear everybody else's ideas. Let me know what you guys think. So again, guys, I'm Raging Jermasian. I'm here to spread the word. I'm here to let you guys know that this world is a scary fucking place. If you guys already don't know, then hopefully my channel and my stories and other news stories out there, not just my channel, will keep you a little informed and make you a little more alert to the shit that goes on around us. I can't say it enough. Thank you guys again for joining me. Stay safe, stay positive. We're all human beings out there. Please try to treat each other as such. And if you have children, regardless if they're male or female, make sure you teach them to keep their heads on the swivel. You as a parent, make sure that you're constantly watching these children, because in all reality, being a helicopter parent nowadays is not taboo, man, because shit happens all the time. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Thank you guys again for sticking with this story. Hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace.